Hello everyone. So in this video, I'm going to talk about my stock strategy. So first of all, I would like to mention that this is not an investment advice, and I'm not a bloody investment advisor, and also I'm not promoting any company. So I thought of sharing my knowledge, which I've gained over the past few years about the technical analysis. So if you are new to stock investing, this might not be the video you are looking. So there are a lot of resources if you search YouTube videos. So I suggest you to take the basic knowledge. In this video, I'm going to cover. I'm going to share my stock trading strategy, which I have used over the past few years, and also I'm going to give you some brief explanation about uh, how I pick stocks based on this technical analysis. Okay, now before doing that, I would like to share how I pick stocks. Normally, now, if you are an investor, right? So my approach is I always looking for long-term investing. And first of all, before we doing technical analysis, it's really important that we do the fundamental analysis. So I'm sure most of you guys aware about this fundamental analysis, and there are a lot of research companies, even stockbrokers. They have pretty good research reports, which you can get very good idea about some of the companies. So I suggest you to refer those research report, and also um, from the now, let's say if you are interested in a company, John Kheels, if you go to the CSE website, there are a lot of information available, like the annual reports. Every quarter they publish their financial. So if you go search for this John Kheels company, I'll do this quickly before I start working on the technical analysis part, so that you can also get some kind of idea. So if you go to John Kheels company announcement, means we can see there are some kind of information about the dividends and other corporate disclosure and those kind of things. Under the financial tab, you can see all the annual reports and quarter reports. So it's really important that you refer these financial statement to get those ideas. So under fundamental analysis, basically I'm looking at these things: net asset value. I'm looking for like net asset value. So you go and search these terms, and I hope some of you guys are aware about this already. So normally, in my opinion, net asset value should be more than the market price. If I'm going to buy, let's say, a John Kheels share, now it's currently trading around 80 rupees. So normally, this should be net asset value should be about the market price. That's my theory. And also, basically, I would like to pick companies who are paying dividends. So it's sometimes the dividend yield is vary from company to company. Some of them are like 0 to 5, and some company give more than 5%, like Chevron, Lubricants. So I'm looking for companies who are paying dividends. And also, there are other things to consider when doing fundamentals, like earnings per share, and also PE ratio. You can use PE ratio to compare um, the companies within the same industry. So these are some of the factors we should consider when doing fundamental analysis. So my theory is, first, I uh, before I invest in the company, I do the fundamental analysis. So I look at all these factors, and not only these factors, there are some we have to look at the cash flow and how the companies perform over the past few years, and who are the directors of the company. And also, it's really advisable to look at the like news. You should read like uh, in terms of financial news and announcement about this company. There are some really good websites like Daily FT, also Lanka Business Online. Those kind of websites will give you an idea about any announcement. Some of these companies nowadays invest in other companies, so these will give you an idea uh, about these companies, right? So today, so like I mentioned earlier, this video is about the technical analysis. So I'm going to uh, show you how to do the technical analysis. Now there are some brokers now. If you are trading it, you have to trade with the broker because you can't enter the stock market without a stockbroker. So there are about 20 to 25. I'm not quite sure about the number of brokers in Sri Lanka. So these brokers, they offer different kind of trading platforms, but most common platform is DFN, and also there are the software like A-Trade as well. So I'm sure the basic theory is there. I mean, in terms of charts and everything. So today I'm going to show you uh, how to do the technical analysis on the directed text platform. And also, before moving to that, no, I would like to talk about. So, is this the right time to invest? Right now, we have the COVID situation, and the market, I think, it's already dropped about 40%. And last week we saw some kind of recovery, but I don't think, uh, no, unless we hear another wave of like Corona second wave, if we saw any this second wave of Corona, then this this will drop further. So there's still risk there. So my advice is, if you are going to invest some money, just invest like about 40% at the moment, because I have already invested 40% from from the intended money during the last week, and I'm going to look at how the market behaves over the next few weeks, maybe wait for a few months, because the companies, I'm sure they are already hit by this pandemic situation. So the income and revenue, they are going to not drop, and also I'm not quite sure the companies will pay more dividends compared to other years. So the risk factor is there, right? So uh, what I suggest is, don't invest all the money tomorrow. I mean, it's not advisable. So you should know your risk factor. I mean, risk factor is, um, change from person to person. I mean, the risk tolerance, if we are talking about that. So according to my tolerance, so I have already invested, but uh, I'm going to look at how the market behaves for the next few weeks or months, then I'll put some money in. So it's up to you. So nothing wrong there. Okay, now today I'm going to analyze these stocks. So like I told you earlier, I'm not going to promote these stocks at all. So, but I have invested some money on these stocks because these are fundamentally good stocks as well. John Kheels. Then we have Piramal GLAS. We have Chevron Lubricants. Then I'm going to analyze commercial bank. And I think we should consider like engineering. If you go to the Direct FM platform, these are the tabs you can. I'm sure some of you guys are already familiar with this thing. And under analysis sector, you can see some kind of strategies and all. So I might do another video, but not in near future, about these things. So for the moment, I'm going to show you how to build a strategy, right? So let's start with John Kheels. So if you type JKH, that's the normal stock ticker. There are some kind of things like this, like R means right issue. So like I mentioned earlier, this like semi-pro approach to investing in stocks. So you should know about this, what these now let us say. So normally voting shares starts with the N ticker. So you can say like this. And actually I have already built my strategy. So I'm going to remove this and show you how to start from the scratch. Now, when you open a stock chart, you have the option to choose. So normally I prefer daily. Now, if you you can choose whatever you want from every 30 minutes. So it's not advisable. Normally we select the daily charts, and also you can select the period. So I prefer to go the all history, but unfortunately these things not going beyond 2015. We have data available from 2015 as well. So that's you know. And also for strategy, first I think we should. I mean, there are a lot of strategies here, like indicators and things you can choose according to your, if you are already aware of these indicators. And also you can Google. There are a lot of I'm sorry, a lot of materials available about these each and every indicator. So actually normally I prefer uh, to see the volume of these stocks now. I'll explain you about that. So I always look at the number of volume over the period of time. And also another strategy I would like to apply is moving averages. So moving in term, I think moving average will give you an idea about how stock price move over a period of time. So I'm going to use two uh, moving averages. Normally I prefer exponential. So I'm going to add the links under below this video, so you can have a very good idea about what this means and about that. So I have added that, and also I'm going to add another moving average. I'll explain you about that later on. So I'm going for this time I'm going for the 50 days period and some exponential. Okay, that's added. And I'm going to add another indicator. This one is called relative strength index. Normally we call it RS. 14 days period is normally the standard period. So this indicator will give you an idea uh, about the up and down averages over the period. So I'm going to add links below in this video, so you can get a very good idea about what these lines say and everything. So I think before going to the stock, I think we'll look at the All-Share index as a whole, right? So like I mentioned earlier, we can't go beyond 2015, unfortunately. So if you look at here, now normally, let me zoom this. Now normally, this is you can see the green line here, right? So this is the 10 days period moving average, and the yellow one means the 50 days period. So normally when the line cross 10-day moving average crosses the 50% moving average, you can see now we normally there's a buy signal here, right? So you can, if you take now, normally when you trade with indicators, it's always advisable to use at least two, because you can't blind trust these indicators, because of the sometimes this will give wrong uh, suggestions as well. So it's really advisable to look at the at least two indicators, right? So in here you can clearly see the price is go beyond the 50% mark. So this, we can say it's a really good buy signal. And also if you look at here, now normally these two level. So in if we take this uh, indicator, normally in now this is called 70% line, this is called 30% line. So if price hit the 30% line or below that, that means the stocks are, the price is actually over sold level. That means we can look at the any buying opportunities, and if this go beyond this 70% line, now we have a very good opportunity to exit the market, right? So normally we can uh, consider the entry and exit price using this technical analysis. That's the most important thing, because unlike other markets, you can't sell stocks, right? So we don't have the short selling here. So yes, we could have sell when the 10-day moving average crosses the 50-day period, in a downtrend, right? So another thing is, I also would like to show you how to draw the trend, the support and resistance line. So this is another, we have to do this manually. So the support and resistance levels also I will add the link below, so you can learn about that too. That's also very important as a technical analyst, right? Now we are going to add a trend line here. Now, normally when normally prices are going down and coming up, so like that when it comes to market, right? So technical analysis will, here also I'm going to add another line. If you see this, right? So the price came down to here and then go up and came here again and then moves up a little bit. So normally this is a really good support level, and also we can confirm this from here. Now the prices came uh, at a oversold level, so there's a good opportunity to buy here, and so we can consider this as a um, very good opportunity to sell, right? So like I mentioned earlier, this is a very very complex uh, things here, because you need to spend some more time to learn about these. Especially these are candlestick chart. There are some kind of candlestick patterns you have to learn. So it's really advisable that you get some idea about those things too. And now I think it's better we move to like uh, the stocks I have mentioned earlier. So we'll start with the John Kheels stock. Another thing is now we can normally, if you build a strategy, there's an option to save, right? So now here you have the option to save this, but I have already saved this strategy. So it could be this thing. You can also try other indicators as well. There you can search about these indicators and you can apply to this. Now this is my own strategy which I use to trade stock, but you can build your own strategy, so no problem with that. So I'm moving to John Fields now. Like I mentioned earlier, it should be in ticker, and because since I have already saved this, you can see the strategy, the template is already applied. And now, right, so like I mentioned earlier, now if you look at here, right, so you can see clearly. Now this is why I would like to look at the volumes, right? So in here you can see someone, bought this stock, uh, in a very, like, about 20 million shares someone has bought. So this will indicate that some big player or some kind of institute buy share. So that means now it's obvious that then stock will move, in a positive way after a few couple of months. This is not always the case, but this will give you some kind of, sign that this market will move soon. So here also see, you can, even this is in downtrend. So like I mentioned earlier, you cannot decide uh, alone. If the volume goes up, you cannot decide the stock is going to move up. So you have to consider other factors as well, right? So like I mentioned earlier, here you can see someone has bought some number of big quantities. And you can also here, like I mentioned, you can, because the price already came to an oversold level. So this is also, you can consider, you can't consider as a buying opportunities. You have to use other things as well. So I'm going to draw the trend lines as well, the support and resistance. So this will also give you uh, pretty good idea to decide the levels, right? Sometimes, price not always come to this level, but it fell short from that. So you can see the price always come here and then goes down. Then you have a lot of good opportunity to exit if you buy here. So this was a good opportunity to buy here, right? So yeah, here we also have a double bottom. Like I mentioned earlier, these are like candlestick patterns. You can learn uh, if you search these things in YouTube. And also here, price came, no, not came to this level like 130, but it came quite close, right? Quite close, and then it shot up. So you could have tried this at this level, right? Okay. So I think now you have some kind of idea about this. So we could have buy here, you could have exit here, and also if not, you had the opportunity to exit here as well. And then here you could have, because you can clearly see that price, came to this level. So if you are a good investor, you have to consider this, because fundamentally, this JK stock is really strong, and you could have buy here easily and see now if uh, when it comes here, then price also sell at this level too. We call this resistance level. Then the price keep moving on the resistance level. Wait, time. Right, okay. Now, as you can see, the price, break through this resistance level, but it was within the same the resistance level. And then with the COVID impact, the share, came on, lost I think around 50%. Now it's trading at 8. So I think, to be honest, now JK in a really good buying position, because you won't get this opportunity anytime soon. But there's a chance that this might go to 50 rupees as well, because a lot of foreign investors, they saw this share over the last few weeks, right? So we'll also look at the another share called Piramal. You can see the same pattern now. Normally, stock follow the same pattern, but some stocks, they keep coming down, and there's a clear direction here. Now here you can clearly see there's a really big quantity trade here. So there's a little bit of indication that this stock might move soon. And as you can see, the price gone up by 1 rupee. So that's more than 20%. And also when we move forward, now you see here we have problem, right? It's close to you witness that with the JK chip, like you saw some oversold levels, but it is uh, not oversold level, but very close to oversold level. And also you could have buy this share with this indication, like price moving crosses the 50-day moving average mark, and also like the price came down here a little bit and then again shot up, and this is called the swing trades. So there are a lot of concepts in terms of technical analysis. So I think it's better you spend some time on to learn this technical analysis too. And here now it came down to below 3 rupees, and current trading around 3 rupees and 20 cents. Now this is, we call these stocks, we call as penny stocks, was less than 10 rupees. So I think you have some kind of idea about this stock. Let's move to the Chevron lubricant. Right. So in terms of Chevron lubricant, now see, you can see there's a big chunk volume traded here, but then price came down a little bit and shot up. So with this, you see that there's an opportunity there, and you could have buy some shares here, and then price came down here, and this is sounds like, we can say, a double bottom situation. Now if you analyze here, you can see, and the price also came down here, and it's clearly a double bottom. So normally you can learn this double bottom and other candlestick patterns. It's really important that you learn these concepts too if you are interested in this technical analysis. So here also you can see, let me draw the trend lines as well. You can clearly see stock also, like other stocks, the price came down, went up and down, and this is clearly support. If I'm any investor, I definitely buy in this portion. See, the price also in a very good support level, and also we are in a clearly oversold situation, and it's not necessary to cross this line. So if you are a risk averse investor, then you can buy here. Sounds like a swing trade here, because price make a lower high and then goes up again. And also then you had another opportunity to have the stock around this level, right? And then again, due to this COVID situation, the stock came down. And so it's really important that you not only these indicators, you know about the support and resistance levels too, right? So I think now you have some idea about that. So the purpose of this idea is to give you some knowledge about the technical analysis. So I suggest you to learn more about this concept because I'm talking about the basic stuff here. If you look at the commercial bank as well, you can clearly see there's a big number of volume traded here. Then after some kind of ranging period, then stock almost went up by about 20%. And here also you can see you can witness double bottom here. It came lower high, and here you can see there's an opportunity there. And clearly you could have sell here, and there is no clear support and resistance levels. We can identify this thing. And yes, you can see due to the COVID situation, it's almost lost about 50%. So now you can see the volume is really high here. Some of the foreigners, they saw this stock all last few days. So now there's a good opportunity. This might come down a little bit, but commercial bank 50, unbelievable, right? So this is a really bargain counter you can look at. So that's with the commercial bank, and I'm also going to talk about going to show you access engineering as well. So we'll look at that here. So when it comes to access engineering, right, really you can see this also we can see sometimes that's why I'm telling you sometimes you have to consider this one is a very good very sharp downtrend, and the price moved a little bit, right? Then it came down. So uh, you might argue that we are in a overbought or sold situation, but the fact that it's unlike other shares, you can see there now this one is in a very good downtrend, right? Normally in other markets, now you could have sell here because the price came down and up a little bit, and it's like you could have taken a swing trade here, and then price came down. So it's not advisable. Now you can see now that's what I'm telling you. Now you can't depend on the technical analysis as well. You have to consider political and other things as well, because sometimes something like uh, access engineering, they you have to consider political factors as well. You can clearly see that uh, in 2009 June, then the stock shot down from 12 to 24. That means almost the stock up by 100%. So, and also here the stock was in stagnated over like how many months? About 6 months. So when you're investing in stock, you cannot gain quick returns. So it will take some time, and you have the patience. And normally you shouldn't invest all your money, and you cannot double money in a short time period. Normally you should be looking at about 3 to 5 years, and also it's really better if you invest in some dividend stock too, but at the end of the day, you get something in return, even if the stock market not down for a long period, right? Because some shares they don't give dividends at all. So those are some factors to consider. So what I'm trying to explain is my strategy, which I'm you know used to buy stocks, and these actually now if you the first thing is like I mentioned earlier, you should the analysis stock using the fundamental factors. Then you can consider these technical analysis like support and resistance levels, moving averages and volume to enter and exit, right? So clear, here if you draw a line, sorry, okay. Now that's called the gang chart. I'll explain that later on. You can see now in 2018 November, the price, traded now 19. So since you don't know when this when this stock run from June, you don't know the price this will go up. It might ended up in like 50. You don't know. So to be safe, you could have exceeded around this 19, right? Then you had the chance to exit. If you know this technical analysis, then you could have exit at 19 range, right? And then due to this COVID situation, now this stock trading, see, this is what I'm saying. Sometimes, in this line, see, you could have exit around this range because this was the last high back into November. And also, if you draw the line here, you can see the price in the range, and also you can from August to the 19th Jan around March, the price traded over this range. So you could have buy here and exit there. The price break this below that clearly means that the stock going down, and it's clearly you can see the COVID situation price goes down. And now currently you can see a buying opportunity. And also if you learn the technical analysis now, there might be a chance that this price comes to this level and again going down because the previous support level might act as a resistance level now. So those are things you have to consider. And I hope you now have some kind of idea about this technical analysis. So these things are not hard to learn, but you have to dedicate your time because it took me about 5 or 6 years to learn these concepts. So I'll try to create another video, but I'm not quite sure when to do it. So until then, good luck, guys. So this might be a good opportunity to buy. We might never get opportunity in few years,